This game recap is brought to you by IBC Bank. IBC Bank, we do more.
Crawford, senior wide receiver, DB. 11, J.R. Harris, linebacker. 2, Torrey Laughlin, senior quarterback and cornerback. Right here, 9, Josh Freeman, senior safety.
Open it up for questions.
Coach, you were down early, 0-21. What did you tell your team to get their heads back into the game?
Well, we've been down several times this year. Honestly, we played some really bad first halves, starting in district. I mean, we were at 12-7 at Cameron there in the first district game, or second district game, I guess. And then, had exploded in the second half. And did it in the playoff games, first couple of playoff games, we got way down early and had to come back. We talk about all the time, we're not going to panic. I tell them, I'll tell you when it's time to panic. And I'm not going to lie, I'm getting pretty close to telling them. But no, we got so many seniors that have been through so much, and it's been a long year, and we battled back all year in everything and every aspect of the season, and then so the game was just kind of it was honestly pretty, whatever the big word is, microcosm, something like that, of the whole season, right? That's what the game was. I mean, we start off 1-3, and then had to figure out a way to make the dadgum playoffs, and it's kind of like starting off 21-0. They scored, that's technically the first quarter is 21-0, and look in their eyes, they never did panic. So.
Coach, in play calling, what did it? What changed? Where did the button come from?
We started calling the touchdown plays. We wanted to get all those other ones out of the way. I think that I'm not gonna lie, because we preached all week. Don't be too wide-eyed. Don't let it be too big. But there's something to be said to walking in the stadium for the first time. And other. Most of our kids had never been in this stadium, much less ever played it, and so, and I think it certainly showed a little bit. Brock played here last week. They certainly came out of. They weren't too awed by the whole situation, and I think definitely we were. But they're a really good football team. So it's not like we were letting somebody that's not any good take it to us. I mean, we knew they were going to get their points. We just didn't know they were going to do it in that fashion.
JR, y'all kind of got punched in the mouth defensively. I mean, for like 12 minutes. What did y'all do to change that? What did y'all?
We were thinking too much. That's what me and my other linebacker were. I mean, our coaches teach us the plays every week. I mean, we get them down, we run them through our minds every minute, every second through the day. And we were coming through the game, me and Dylan David, we were just like he said, wide-eyed, like, wow, this is big. I mean, it was just, Dylan David's never been here. I mean, I haven't either. I mean, it's like, only place to beat, man, is track. I mean, it was just like going to a new place. I mean, it was just crazy. But we come out, and I just talked to Dylan David, and I just told him, I said, they're going to hit you in the mouth, or you want to hit them in the mouth? And I said, it's just a man's game. Who wants it more? That's the one's going to win. I mean, that's what they did. That's how they play football. I mean, they're going to hit you, and you're going to have to take it, or you're going to have to hit them back. But I mean, he kind of manned up and just started hitting them in the mouth. Then let them get their plays out of the way that they were wanting to run, and just ran it to them.
Jaquaylin, you seem to have early on a few drops that looked to be a little uncomfortable, and you also seem to be a little frustrated. What did you do mentally for yourself and for the rest of your team to get everybody back on track?
It's not really about me. I play bad when I play bad. The other team guys are going to do what they're supposed to, and they're going to pick up, they're going to make up for my slack. So, but it's just, I talk to myself, just do what you do. I don't think about it too much. It's going to happen. I just depend on my team, and they run us back up.
Jaquaylin, you took that late hit, Brock got a personal foul, and the very next play you call for the ball and break off a long touchdown. Did taking that hit kind of motivate you to come back and make that touchdown play on the very next play of the game?
Not really. It's a pretty good hit. I guess it's just a little late, but I would have wanted to score if I didn't get hit. Yeah.
Was it a nice feeling to bounce back right after taking it like that and get into the end zone?
It was.
Josh, it's 21-21 when you bite on the play fake and they hit the big kid 44. and you catch up to make the plays, the ball's going over your head, or are you thinking, man, I got to do something here to
Well, the
make a play?
defense kind of broke down there, so I saw him at the last minute, so I took off, tried to make a play on it, and it went my way, so I fought to get the ball and got it, so.
Tori, what did it feel like to catch a touchdown pass?
It's pretty cool, to throw one, run one, and catch one. But I have to give all my props to my offensive line for opening everything up for the offense and defense coming up on key stops.
Coach,
We'll go in the back.
So following your dad's footsteps and then win a state championship like him, what does that mean to you?
It's a blessing, 41 years. It's that's a long time, but for us to come out here and do what we did, it's amazing.
Coach, what did you kind of see early on from Brock that you may not have saw the game film that kind of let the game kind of get to 21-0? Did they do anything different that you weren't seeing on film?
No, not at all. I mean, they just came out. We knew they're a power football team. Told our guys all week they're bigger and stronger than us. We're going to have to, as JR said, we're going to have to. We couldn't get tired of being physical. That was going to be the key because we know they were going to be physical, and we're pretty physical ourselves. If we ever got tired with it or bored of it, then they were going to win the ball game. Like I said, they just came out. And what happened basically? We just overran. We over pursued a little bit. Those two linebackers are two of the best linebackers in the state at any classification, and they want to go make plays at the line of scrimmage or behind the line of scrimmage. And backside, we were just over pursuing, and they did a great job of hitting that backside A gap. It looked like, and it's good design of plays by Brock and good execution by Brock, and then just a little bit of just over pursuit and just a little hyped up, I guess. I mean, which is understandable in this ball game. We just didn't play with complete control, but and then it wasn't helping what we were doing on the other side of the ball. I can't remember the last time we turned the ball over. And we fumbled it twice there, and I don't know if it's both in the first quarter or right there. And it could not have started any worse. And I think if you witness this, you understand that it couldn't have started any worse. And that's what I said walking out to the field. I'm just upset with the UIL for telling us the game started at 3:30, not 3, because that's about the way we played. But then, no, they didn't answer your question. No, they didn't show us anything we hadn't seen. They just were executing very well and they just won those battles.
Coach.
What does the state championship mean to Rockdale and
Me?
Yeah.
Can you say the question again, please?
Yeah. What does the state championship mean to the city of Rockdale, especially with everything that y'all have been through this season?
I mean, it means a lot to this community. I mean, like I said plenty of times, we've had great football teams the past year. Like my freshman year, we had a team that was head over heels the best team in the state, and they just couldn't do the small things and get it done. And I think we've had teams that were capable of winning the state championship but couldn't, and it kind of frustrated the community. I mean, it's been like Tori said, 41 years. That's a long time. And to finally come through and break that barrier and win the state championship means a lot. Like you said, like with the V and everything, it's just a perfect story. You couldn't write any better story. And I mean, we're just grateful to be a part of it, and it's just a blessing. And I'm just glad I'm glad we could be a part of bringing Rockdale state championship.
Tori, coming into the game, you guys were kind of somewhat underdogs. Tell me, you guys' thought process when you were coming into the building, and how you guys wanted to start the game off. Even though we know how it started, but how did you guys really want to start this game off?
We wanted to start off with a bang, but I feel like the early game jitters just got to us, and we had to settle down. And it took us a while, but once we got settled down, we started doing what we could do.
Was it everything you thought it would be playing in stadium that you watched along?
Oh yeah.
Coach, you mentioned getting off to a slow start in the regular season. At that point when you guys are 1-2, did you envision yourself getting to this point?
No.
Coach.
I knew going into the season that we had a pretty good football team. And then some things happened. We had some injuries, and every team has that, and we didn't know how bad they were going to be. And then we had some things we had to clean up. And then I'm telling you start off with such a high that we went down to where we really weren't sure where we were going to be. And then I mean it. We were talking after that third ball game of the year on Saturday morning before the players got there. We said, man, we're fixing to have to do some stuff to figure out a way to make the playoffs.
Coach, how was it seeing your son take the knee for the final snap?
You know what? I'll tell you this. I didn't care who took it. We're in victory formation in the state championship game. You know what that means? I mean, we just won the dang thing. And so, but it wasn't even my idea. It was his teammates' idea. I'm not smart enough to even think of that. And I had some of them come to me and say, hey, look, would you be willing to do this? And so they didn't have to ask me twice.
Tori, obviously that could have been you, but I'm guessing you were all for that. I mean, how special was that for you to see that? And
It's amazing. You know, for me to come in this year, and when I heard his story, it brought me to tears, you know, and, you know, like, he's been through a lot, and this, just to see him go out there, it was amazing.
Coach, what does that mean for you and your family?
Well, like I said, you as a coach, when we went to the doctor to find out what my wife was going to have in 1999, and you know when they told us it was a boy, I just started bawling, and because I had so many things running through my mind. But tonight or this afternoon, this moment right here was one of those things that went through my mind, obviously. And then we were on our way in 14 when he played in those 4 playoff games that we played in 14. We were on our way to this moment, and then got the word in April. But but see, these guys right here are pretty stinking incredible kids. These are his best friends. I mean, when Tori and him go to Pluckers, and I don't know if you're allowed to say plug things right here, but they go to Pluckers once a week. Quillen and Gunner have been best of friends, and they threw touchdowns back and forth to each other, and have run on relays together, hold school records in relays together since 5th grade. Josh and Gunner have been, I remember Josh going to Jumptown with us in 3rd grade over there for his birthday, And then the night JR got his thumb bit off by the wild hog, Gunner was with him. These are the best of friends, and then there's so many of them that aren't in here with us right now. So it's a family thing. You say family, yeah, we got a pretty daggone big family. It's pretty special.
Tori,
you talk about how close up with Nick you guys are as a family tight. What's next for you guys? I mean, you have a bunch of seniors that are walking out. They have a bunch of.
I wish you wouldn't remind me that there's. Go ahead. For me?
I mean.
Oh, well, it's just such a great group of young men. I mean, I know that there's sometimes, man, you have to sit there as a coach and you go win with people that aren't of the character that these kids are. They're just unbelievable men. They're going to be so successful in whatever they do. I mean, they're going to go 4 different directions here pretty soon. Jaquelin's fixing to go in about a week or so. They're fixing to go in 4 different directions, and we're going to hear such great things out of all 4 of them in the near future and the distant future. But it's not just them; it's this whole senior class has been really special for a lot of us for a long time. And I know there's a lot of kiddos out there that deserve a state championship. I know that, but I promise you, there's not a group that deserve it more than the group that won it tonight.
Thank you guys. Congratulations.